Hello, this is 3D Quads back again, and here where we reached last time, we added these hard surface effects to this model, like the sides and in the front and in the top as well and in the back. So these hard surface effects right now it looks good, but it lacks something or it's missing some parts, which is that it looks very artificial. It means like there's no shadow affecting the dark parts of it, or it does not have any depth in it. So we will add the depth effect to these hard surface settings or hard surface components by adding some settings here in the layers. So let me show you how I can add these effects or the depth of these normal effects. So first of all, we need to go to the texture settings here, and we need to enable one of the channels. So right now these are the channels that we have down here: color, height, rough, metal, normal, emission, opacity. These are the same channels. I will add to these channels one of the channels, which is the ambient occlusion. So when I add it, it appears here as well. This is the ambient occlusion right now, okay? And it's gonna be enabled for all the textures or for all the layers that we have in the hierarchy here. So for that, let me go to the normal. I need the normal to be affected by it, and because in normal 2 we have more normal strokes here and there, rather than normal 1 it's only one line here and one line in the back. So let me just show you the effect. I will do it here, and then we will copy it and paste it to normal 1. So what we will do right now is, for this normal layer, I will add an effect, add a filter. Okay, this is called effect. It's a filter. Now this filter will use the opacity, the AO, the ambient occlusion channel only, and I will select one of these predefined filters from Substance Painter. It is called HBAO. I think this is it, Matte FX HBAO. So when I click on that effect, I believe you will notice something happening here. No, not yet, because right now this is affecting not the normal channel which our strokes has been made of, but it affects the height. We don't have any height map here. So we will change this to normal, and immediately you will notice the difference. So it gives it some height or some depth for the normal strokes that we have done. So this is without it, and this is with it. It's a great effect that gives more real image to the object, as you can see right here as well. See, this is without and this is with. It gives it a little bit of depth. So you can control the settings from here, like height, depth. You can control it to be more deep or less deep, as we can see, and you can control the radius, so it's dark, totally dark like this, or you can just make it a bit dark on the edges down, and you can control the blur intensity, which is blurred or a little bit intense. So you can work on these settings to make it the way you want it to be, and that's it. This is our effect. Now what we will do is that we will copy this effect, and we will go to normal 1, which controls this actually, and we will paste the effect on layer 1 or normal 1, paste effect, and immediately it gives us that effect. Now from here we will continue to add some details like decals on this object. So I will start adding decals. So let's create a new group for decals. Sorry, not here, on top here. Minimize this. We'll call this decals, and let's see how can we do that. Initially we can add a fill layer. Okay, and that fill layer is going to have a black mask. So only the parts that we need to put decals on will be affected. Then I will come to this layer, and I don't want all the channels. I need right now, let's put the color, but later we will put something else maybe. Let me go to the mask here, and within the mask I will add another effect, which is another fill layer. Okay, another fill layer. Now this fill layer, we'll use it to add our decals. Okay, so it's waiting for a grayscale image. That grayscale image, we can find it in the alpha here, in the alphas. So we have texts, we have shapes, we have lots of things that we can use to add it as a decal. So what are the parts that we can use here? Let's see. Let's search for something that might give us shape of a mail or a letter. Let's see how can we do that. I believe that a rectangle with an arrow will do the job. Could be down here. Let's see which one. Any rectangle? Hello? Rectangular thing, rectangular. Okay, this is a square. This is good. Okay, we can use this. Let me bring it here. Okay, this is the grayscale. And once I put it here, you notice that we have it all around the shape. Okay, it's based on the UV of this shape. Now to overcome this, what we need to do is to come to the layer settings here, and instead of the UV projection, we will move it to a planar projection. Now this planar projection will help me identify where exactly I want this shape or this decal to be placed. So we have this box here, and this box controls where this image or this decal will show up. So right now it covers the whole model. What we need to do is to adjust this box to place it somewhere where only that place gonna be affected. So where we want to put it is immediately or exactly here in the middle. So I will try to adjust the size of this box to just be here in the middle. So let me do that. How can we do that? We have here rotate, scale, and move. Initially, what I will do is to scale it a little bit. I can scale any of it. As you can see here, now it becomes on this scale. But you notice that it doesn't look good yet. Let me just place it to here. And now I believe it works good. Okay, so I need it here. And I need it a little bit down. Okay, so it comes like this. A little bit more scaling, maybe. Scaling it down a little bit. So we have a box immediately here. But again, we notice that this box spreads all over the sides of the box or of our cage. So that's because of the UV wrap. It says repeat. So when I remove this to none, only my box is visible. So here it is, and I need to move it a little bit down like this. And maybe we can scale it to the X, or we can play with the settings of this rectangle. Border width, you can control the border width. You can control also, let's put it 0.8 here. What 0.8? 0.1. Oops. 0.001. What is this? Let me just try to. Okay, so it's 1, not 0.1 or 0.9. So that's the width that I'm looking for, 0.9. Okay, and then we have the roundness. You can control how round it is. That's fine. Let's keep it as it is. Restore to default 0.75. And now I will bring just another shape of arrow, down arrow. Maybe we saw it somewhere here. Yes, here it is. But I need to add it as a new one. So what I will do here is that I will add another one, which is another fill layer. Okay, and in the grayscale I will select this arrow, and still we have the same settings here. I don't want the UV projection, planar projection, and no repeat. Okay, or I can copy and paste it again so it have the same settings. Let me delete this. Let me copy this, copy effect, and then again paste it, paste effect. Now it's identical to the previous one, but we need to change the grayscale and make it as a triangle. Now you notice that the previous effect has been disappeared. So why is that? We can tell that because we have both layers with a normal blending mode on top of each other. So if I change this to lighten max, now it will take the maximum of both, and you will see both of them are here. So we need to adjust something here for the second layer, which is this one. Okay, I can remove it. I can move it up like this. Now it represents our mailbox. Now that's fine. That's nice. I believe we can come here and scale it to the X a little bit like this, and the same we will do for this one. Scale it X and scale it Z as well. So we'll move it down. I believe that's a kind of a mail shape. Now, if we want to do something else, we can come here to the fill layer and change the color to something like yellowish. Maybe it looks like this. And we will add something more to it. We can add a height map and decrease it a little bit. It will give me the engrave effect here. Okay, and let's not forget to add this effect, copy effect, and paste it here, paste effect. Okay, and now we will change it to height so that it gives me more effect. I believe it's gonna give some effect. I don't know why it doesn't. So let me check. Is there any effect for this? I can't see the difference. Why? Maybe the height is not enough. I'm not sure. Okay. We can't add it to the mask, by the way. It's just being added to the main layer. Anyway, so if there's no effect for this, and I can't see any effect, by the way, I don't know why. So let me just remove this, and this, only the AO, but still it doesn't give anything. So let's remove it. Fine, thank you. So fine for now. This is the first effect that we have added. We will add more effects later on. So that's it for today's session. Thank you very much and see you next. Please push the subscribe button. Push the subscribe button.